Alright, hello. Now, I was asked, was I going to do a review or a reaction to the X-Men Apocalypse final trailer? Well, I saw the video, I saw the trailer already. I think I will give a review. I didn't want to, but I will. Now, first, before we go into this review, just know that I was happy with the X-Men movies because at the time they came out, we didn't know we was going to get all the superhero movies we got. We didn't know we was going to get this continuum where all these other characters were going to have the solo movies and they were going to connect. We had X-Men, and then a little shortly after that, like a year after X-Men, boom, we get hit with or a year and a half. We get with Spider-Man, and then it's like, oh snap, where's this going? But we never really thought the universes were going to connect fully. So you're just happy to get what you was getting at the time because you weren't getting too much of what you wanted anyway if you were a comic book fan. And superhero movies just started to explode. I was never really completely pleased with the X-Men movies. I just think the direction Bryan Singer was taking it in, he really didn't want to reference or go with the look of the comics or the cartoon series or whatever. And I think that really didn't do it. When X3 came out, they tried to give us what we wanted. It was a different director. It wasn't Bryan Singer. It was Brett Ratner, who I think is a pretty good director, but tried to give us what we wanted, but some stuff wasn't done right. Juggernaut. When he builds up momentum, he's unstoppable. No, that's not how Juggernaut is. He's unstoppable whether he's just standing there or he's taking a stroll through your city, putting big potholes in the street. On to the trailer for X-Men Apocalypse. I like this trailer. I liked it a lot. It showed a lot more of what we wanted to see. We got to see Psylocke in action a little bit going up against Beast. That was cool in this trailer because they showed a little bit more of that. We got to see a little bit more of Apocalypse, how his looks, and a more complete finished version of the film. You get to really, he looks fantastic to me. Let me just say Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse I thought was a good idea. His Apocalypse looks great now. It looks good to me. I mean, you know, it was a lot better than what we saw before, which looked like Ivan Ooze. And I know people are tired of hearing that, but that's what he looked like. He looked like Ivan Ooze. But what they did with Apocalypse now is great. I don't know if they made more changes because of all the feedback they were getting from fans or whatever. But he looks great. He looks great to me. I like how they changed his voice. They gave him that like robotic voiceover. You know what I mean? At first it was just Oscar Isaac's voice, and but now it's more reminiscent of what we had from the animated series. And that goes fine because, I mean, with all that tech that he has, you would expect his voice to sound something like that. But even if it didn't, the cartoon started it for us. So, you know, that's what we like. We like to hear those type of voices. Mystique. I think a lot of us have problems with Mystique. And I think the reason we really have those problems is because they really put Mystique as a central character ever since First Class. Now, in First Class, she was cool. You know, she's really cool. It was more so Charles, but he was building the team of X-Men, and she was in it, which is kind of funny because that's a real turnover from the comics. Mystique was important in the comics. She did a lot of things, but she wasn't nowhere near as badass as she was in the first X-Men trilogy. You know, with X1, 2, and 3, Mystique was pretty badass. Like, she could fight really good, but she was Mystique also. She didn't talk too much. You really didn't know what you was expecting from her. But she was Magneto's, I would have to say, flunky. She did his bidding. He trusted her. She trusted him. And in Days of Future Past, I like the idea how they got some of Mystique's blood and they started using it because she can shape change. And, you know, Sentinels in the future had the same kind of abilities with her, but they could also change their abilities. They could adapt to what's going on around them. That was pretty cool. But she is just such a predominant figure in these X-Men movies, and it doesn't really feel right. What really doesn't feel right is it looks like Xavier gets taken hostage or just captured. And now Mystique is telling everybody, we got to get together. And she's leading the X-Men. I mean, I don't ever remember in the comics her being a leader of the X-Men. Now, it doesn't have to be just like the comics, but I think a lot of us are like, why Mystique? There's so many other people you can use. You're introducing a young Jean Grey in this, and you bring Sansa Stark from Game of Thrones, and she's playing Jean Grey. Maybe she hasn't been at the school long enough, but, you know, she was usually always, like, second in command. It was really Cyclops, leader of the X-Men, and then Jubilee's not even in this too much. I heard, that's what I've heard on various sites. That's kind of messed up. You know, you have one person in the X-Men who doesn't appear to be white, and they don't even get that much screen time. It's like, geez, you throw some diversity in there, especially with bringing You throw some diversity in there, especially with bringing Jubilee into the fold, and she's not going to be there that long. I mean, what are they worried about? Like, well, her powers, she gets to shoot like these electric or sparks or fireworks. What is she going to really do? What is Mystique doing? I mean, y'all make her badass and she can fight, but really, with her powers, like, all she can do is say, hey, it's me, Magneto. What are we going to do, Apocalypse? And then try to put some device on him or something to stop him. I mean, what can she really do? You always find a way for her. She'll be able to find a way for some other mutants. That's all I'm saying. The X-Men trailer looks great. I think I'm going to enjoy it. Quicksilver, they're bringing him back. A lot of people enjoyed that scene from Days of Future Past with Quicksilver. I enjoyed it. But I really like the Quicksilver from Age of X-Men. We're on X-Men. The reason I think we're seeing so much Mystique is also because of the actress who plays Mystique in the movies. And that is Jennifer Lawrence. She's really hot right now. She's really hot right now. She's hotter than she was when she came out in First Class. And she's a great actress. She's very good. She's very good. But I think they just playing off of that. They just putting her on the screen so much. Now, I also heard that she was allergic to the makeup that they had. So she tries to wear it as least amount as possible. So that's why we see her not in her blue Mystique form so much. She was getting like boils on her skin. So let's feel bad for her on that. At least they do give us full-on Mystique sometimes. Still looking forward to the film. It's Apocalypse. I mean, who could they face worse than this? That they have the rights to use anyway. That Fox has the right to use. After Apocalypse, I don't know, maybe some time travel is going to happen. I mean, Wolverine went back in time before and changed some things up, and that changed the whole storyline. Maybe that can happen again. Whatever. Havoc's back. I really enjoyed Havoc in the comics. I don't know what Havoc's doing in this too much. Just looks like he's, just there because he was a character. But, Havoc was a favorite of mine because of his look in the comics, really. His brothers with Cyclops. I don't know if they're going to play with that in this movie at all. I don't know. Magneto's bad again, or completely bad, or insane, or something like that. Talking about Magneto lost his family, and now he's pushed over the edge. I guess they're going to show some more about what happened there. I mean, he's still got his son running around out there. Pun intended. Also, Apocalypse was also known to enhance and change mutants, so enhance their abilities. So Psylocke's blade is cutting cars and stuff. It didn't really do that. Maybe she's enhanced too by Apocalypse and the technology he has. But I don't know. But she's using that to cut through things. It used to just like disable people. I mean, it would go through their armor if they had armor on, or it would knock them out, or put them in some kind of poisonous state or something. I remember. Psylocke was cool. I like her. I like the fact that I heard Olivia Munn said that she had a different outfit at first, and she told them that she wanted something that looks more like what Psylocke wore in the comics. She wasn't going to wear the first outfit. That was cool, because a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people speak up like that, but we got some outfits like Archangel in here. We seen him as Angel. That's fine. Archangel. Like, he doesn't look like the Archangel from the comics. His wings look fantastic. He has a new look, though. He doesn't even have a colored skin like he did, colored skin. Like he did in the comics. But, I mean, I'm going to go see the film anyway. I'm a comic fan. I'm going to go see all these films. I did not see Fantastic Four. I heard it sucked. I wasn't interested in it. I wasn't interested in what I saw. I wanted to see it. I haven't even got the DVD and watched that. But I'm going to go see X-Men. They give me a little bit of something that I like. I really like First Class. Days of Future Past was like really great for me, especially the beginning with Iceman and Blink. And, it was great. That's what we wanted to see. A lot of powers being used and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not really feeling it too much. I mean, the story is pretty good, but it just doesn't feel like what you want from the X-Men. Anyway, that's it. That's my review. I could go deeper into this, but I'll really be forcing myself to think about it more than I naturally can, and I'll be sitting here like, what else was there? But write some comments. Let me know what you guys thought of the trailer. Y'all excited to see it? I'm going to go see it. I'm kind of excited, but not too much. Not too much. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.